Hello, Leo, and welcome to your December 2016 reading. I hope that the holidays were good to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everything wraps up for you at the end of this year. As a reminder, you can always use these videos for your rising sign, for your moon sign, and of course for your sun sign. So, with all of that out of the way, one thing that I was encouraging every sign to do this month is to really exercise the muscle of empathy. And empathy is the ability to understand, to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to intuit what they're feeling. And a lot of us, I think, we're distracted as of late. It's not that we are purposely not trying to be empathetic, but I want to encourage each of us to be a little bit more empathetic, particularly with all of the sort of crazy world events going on right now. And I'm going to leave it at that. But as we look at your channeled information, the catalyst, and the card reading for this month, perhaps some keys to that way of being more empathetic or being there for other people, that'll come through. Your channeled information for this month was the word fuse. And the interesting thing with fuse is it can be used in a lot of different contexts. Part of it is sort of like a very active word, taking two things together and making sure that they stick, basically. It can also indicate, on a sort of more symbolic level, watching your it's not necessarily your temper but your emotions this month, because like a fuse, there may be people in your life that are capable of sort of flipping the switch on and off. So I want you to, if we take the two most positive connotations here, really want you to focus on making things that matter stick in your life. So sticking to promises, to priorities, to budgets, all of that stuff. Fuse them in place and make them constant. And then watch how you react to other people that try to take you off path. That's like the flip side of fuse. Don't let them short circuit your ability to think, or to basically blow the fuse, and then you're not thinking or being yourself. So, with all that being said, let's go ahead and shuffle the deck and take a look at what wants to come through for your sign this month. While I'm doing this, I just want to say hello to anybody that's joining for the first time, and for everyone that has been with me for a while, I want to say thank you as well. For the new people, what I do every month is I'll take a look at 10-card spread to see what's coming through, and then there's certain things that everybody wants to know about, and I make sure that I cover health, wealth, love, and destiny as well. In addition to that, I'll pull one more card that's coming through here for your what I call a catalyst, and that's really how to best connect to your highest purpose, to your goal for the month. So let's go straight to that catalyst, and then we'll read the spread. All right, so your catalyst this month is change. And what a wonderful, bright card this is, but I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Love that idea, love that message. And so December for you should bring about opportunities to shift your way of thinking, your way of living, possibly even more. So I would say the first thing is be open to change, and then when and if necessary, decide what you need to stay constant in. So you'll have a couple of things where it's going to be a balance. You may have to, your job may stay steady, but maybe you have to move, or maybe there's someone in your life that's moving away, but you have to keep your roommate situation solid, so you'll have to bring someone else in. Whatever it is, you're going to have a little bit of juxtaposition there, and a little bit of like one opposite end of the spectrum, but I feel like you can balance it, so that'll be your challenge. So now I'm going to turn the camera down, leave it down for a moment as we look at all of your cards for this month. Your center card is the High Priestess. She is upright, which is great. And whether you get the High Priestess or the Magician upright, it typically signifies very good time for you for attracting good people, good projects, good opportunities. I like this this High Priestess, because it almost looks like she's conjuring up a spell, doing something magic, and that really is what happens when you're working your passion or you're believing in yourself. The High Priestess is great for dating, because it usually indicates a strong connection with someone. You want to be careful though with if you end up dating a High Priestess, because they can see a lot and sometimes manipulate. So watch who you're dating and make sure that nobody's getting the upper hand of you. But if you are playing the role of High Priestess, it means that really you can sort of mold the month to be whatever you want. So that's a very good thing. The other thing is when it comes to sharing ideas and communicating, very strong month for you. I love that we have the Ace of Swords here. And this is my favorite illustration of it, because we have this cute little field mouse. But what I'm not paying attention so much to the mouse as I am to the dandelion seeds. And when you look at those seeds, it's basically about release, right? Because sort of, I don't know if you've ever made a wish with a dandelion seed, but when the seed pod is sort of released, everything flows in the wind. I want you to think of your dreams, your goals, your aspirations in that sort of light. Let them take flight. Set them in motion and then let go of them. And for some of you, this could mean talking to someone that you want to partner up with and giving them an idea, but then letting it sit with them, just see where it goes. So you don't have to get someone to sign on the dotted line with the first conversation if it's regarding business. And if you're trying to get your work out there or trying to get maybe a solid job, this is saying you're going to have to do a soft sell. Put out what you can, and then sort of let them absorb your resume, the conversation you had, and then things should work out. It actually looks pretty positive for you this month. So the very, very strong first 2 to 3 days of the month. So if you need to get something done, need to get something signed, or you'd like to have the best shot of getting noticed, I really see that between the first and the third. But it's really the first and second that come through the strongest. It looks like money matters are important this month. You may have spent a lot in the month previous. Some of you could have contract work that is winding up. And if that's the case, it's really important to not delay. And first, second, third, get your resume out there and make sure that you're doing everything you can to just not lose any time. Because I feel like after that, there may be a waiting period until the middle to the end of the month. You may not have a lot of luck between the 10th to the almost the 30th. So first week is when you want to get most things finished. It feels like family, friendships, and long-term relationships that you're already in are looking really good. If you want to start a new relationship this month, I think you have to pay a lot of attention to timing. And you'll notice in this beautifully illustrated card, there's a fish that's swimming upstream. It doesn't mean that it's impossible, but the reversal of this card shows me that you'll have to put in a lot of work to make new relationships blossom. I think just being there and supporting your partners in existing ones should be enough. As I said, I see a disconnect happening with some of you for your work. Could be seasonal layoffs, could be a job coming to its 1-year close, and it could also just mean that you're ready to leave. So some of you are really intent or prepared or ready to let go of a particular path or career that you're on. And I think what this has to do with more than anything is a sense of I'll say what comes to mind. It feels like the work is either futile or it's not leading you to the end that you'd like it to be. So I got the word futility. If that's the case, if you're just working and not seeing a benefit on it, then of course it is time to start to look around for something else. For the rest of you that are pretty happy, what the Five of Wands means is busy, but not necessarily clear progress is going to be made. So you'll be very, very busy. You want to try not to burn yourself out this month, because one thing with this card, it shows that your boss, even if that boss is yourself, you'll work as hard as you allow it to happen. So if you're at a company, if you just keep working and working, never ask for help, they'll just figure that you've got it. And if you're your own boss and you never take a break, likewise, you're not doing either a credit. So I would encourage you to try to stick within the working hours this month, 9 to 6, 9 to 9, whatever it is, but then take a break, get some rest, and if you can, even maybe take a long weekend to recharge. We have the Eight of Wands, and it's reversed, and that is showing some of the fatigue setting in, but it's also showing your ability to multitask. So I'm impressed with that, and I would say keep doing all the great work that you have been doing, but remember, particularly in relationships and work relationships, that it's a partnership and you should be sharing it with someone else. I see a really great peek into 2017 for you, because we've got the Three of Wands coming through right around New Year's. And what that means is the first 2 or 3 months of next year, it's a nice change for you. It looks like a lot of opportunities, money should improve, and if you've been really pining away or hoping for something, it gets a lot closer because the Three of Wands is a clear card that shows what you seek is coming to you. All you have to do, though, it's like everything in life and in tarot, you have to continue to work hard. So for those of you that, whether it's finding a new job or trying to find a partner, if you're trying to date, kind of like jumpstart your love life, whatever it is, it's all about putting yourself out there, doing the work, doing the legwork, asking people out. It's going to be necessary. All right. With that being said, let's expand your forecast, and then I'll bring it into full focus at the end for you. We'll start first with health. Let's see what's coming through for your mental and your physical health, also spiritual if it chooses to come through. Your health card this month is, this comes up occasionally for this and I love it, harmony, music. So balance is really what this card means to me as well. So for those of you that aren't feeling balance in your life, you need to achieve some sort of a harmonic balance between work and fun. And as a way to sort of release and to relieve the pressure, singing, enjoying music, going to a concert, watching something musical on TV could be a very good diversion for you. It can also indicate sound therapy, so singing bowls or anything that, chanting, anything where you're using sound frequencies, vibrations, and all of that in a sort of healing capacity. This can be really, really beneficial for you. So particularly those of you that are suffering from like headaches, migraines, etc., you may try that. When we take a look at wealth, let's see what career opportunities and other development opportunities are coming through for you this month. So this is really encouraging you to not close out any new ideas. And also if somebody wants, you may actually have, I thought that the first 2 to 3 days are really important. Something could come through on the 4th or 5th that it's not what you expected to do. It's not your typical type of work, but stay open to it. Ask some questions. You may be able to make this something that works out for you quite a bit. The other thing about open up when we're looking at wealth, it's about talking to people about your questions regarding investments, savings, any sort of debt issues. So talking to a close friend or some sort of an investment counselor could be very beneficial for you this month. When we look at your love and your relationships, which I know is it's a favorite for many, let's see what sort of general information comes through. So as I said really, really early on, a retreat, a small vacation or holiday would be really beneficial for some of you. And even if you're not with somebody, because this card is less, it shows a couple, but it really says it's time to disconnect from the world. So that could be as easy as putting your phone on do not disturb or airplane mode and going for a hike, or swimming, or doing something just to separate yourself from the computer, the telephone, and all the sort of, and I would say, yeah, TV is included in there if I forgot to say it, but anything that's creating noise, distraction, and pulling you away from being able to just clearly think. So, but it would be great if you could take a 1 or 2 day vacation. By all means, do that. Let's take a look now at your destiny card. And this is something you can always change if you don't like where it's headed. I'm just checking in to see what your trajectory is, what this month could bring for you. And what I'm seeing is it could be an emotionally heavy month, and sort of building off the idea of taking a retreat, anything that is surrounded by water could be very good for you. So whether that means going to a destination, maybe like Hawaii, or some other place where there's a lot of beautiful water surrounding you, or Australia. And if you're in one of those large countries, you could get to the beach just like we can here in California. So if you can get to a beach, get to a beach. If you can find a stream or a fountain even, being around water will help your meditation process this month, and it can also help your creative flow. So if none of these are available, just making sure that maybe you spend some time taking a long bubble bath with Epsom salts to sort of soothe your muscles and relax. But the water is going to help clear your aura, particularly if you do salt water. That's why I'm mentioning ocean or Epsom salt. And if you can't do that, then again, just enjoy and listen to the sound of water, or drink water. It's going to be very helpful in clearing out toxins and clearing out your mind as well. So let's go ahead and review everything, since there was a lot to take in. The first thing is to pick one or two things that you really want to make constant in your life. It doesn't have to be a literal thing. It could just be a way of thinking or a habit that you want to change or create, like a positive change in your life. Maybe you want to exercise more. Maybe you want to meditate daily. Or maybe you want to learn how to play an instrument. Whatever your new habit is, create it, fuse it, make it permanent. The converse side of this is you're going to have other things in your life this month that are going to require flexibility. So when you know what is solid, then you're going to be less averse to the changes that are happening in your life. Love this month is a tricky thing, and I'm going to hit that first because a lot of people are interested in love. You're going to have to work harder if you have new relationships, and even in old ones, you'll have to focus on being more demonstrative and expressive to your partner. The beginning is great for job seeking, for work, for negotiations. As the month sort of lingers on a bit, the middle becomes the trickiest part for those of you that are self-employed, unemployed, or looking to change. For those of you that are pretty happy, what this card can mean is you'll have some constraints. It will be difficult possibly to take a vacation. Do your best to rest during that period if that's possible. Friends and family may need more time from you. Give as much as you're willing, but make sure that you are still getting the rest that you need. Keep an eye on money this month. Not a month to do new expenses like a car, a house, a yacht. This is a month when you really want to save as much as possible. Save for yourself, for your children's college fund, for a rainy day fund if you want to quit your job one day. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're putting away but you're not actually spending. Work can be a little bit tedious, and so if it is, keep your eye on the long-term goal. And if you want to get out, and that's part of your goal, start putting into a notebook, sort of what your budget is, what your plan is, and all of that. For those of you that are happy and content and just want to keep your job, this means just stay busy, do a good job. Your hard work will pay off. Make sure you delegate when and if possible. You're going to do fine with multitasking, but it could get a little intense towards the end of the month for you. Looks like many of you have strong people around you, but they may not be picking up the slack. So that's where you will either have to go directly to them and confront them or work around them and have someone else delegate. I see that the end of the month going into the next year, it's going to be a very good beginning for you of 2017. So if you've been struggling, I feel like the hard work that you're doing right now is absolutely going to pay off. So do not despair, just keep working hard. For health, stay balanced. Use music and use sound therapy to help heal or soothe things like your nerves or your concentration, or if there's something out of rhythm in your body. Try dance, try the singing bowls, try working with someone that can use sound therapy to help you. For wealth, be open to different changes, opportunities, and don't be afraid to ask for help. This open up card means even if it's just to admit something like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this, and have a listening ear, it's going to help you actually find your strength. It'll be very helpful if you're in an existing relationship to take some time with that person. It could just be a one-day break, a staycation where you're at home, that's fine. For those of you that are single, it means just spend time with yourself, but being outside and being away from technology will be very helpful. I already went in at great length to the benefits of being around water. It's going to help you open up. It'll help things flow. It can also help release toxins. And the easiest way to connect to water if you can't get near it is to just drink more water, quite literally. So I hope that was helpful for you this month. Overall, very, very positive, and I love that we have the Three of Wands for you going into next year. The only thing you want to be mindful of, again, is new relationships and not getting stressed out by work, because it's going to be a little bit tedious, a little bit difficult, but I feel like in the long run, it's going to pay off. So just stay focused and work hard basically on that. So that's all for this month. If you ever want more of a one-on-one forecast and you have very specific questions, I'd be happy to meet with you. I'll post a link in the corner and you can check out my rates and availability and see if that works. The best way to keep in touch every month is to hit subscribe here, but I also have a newsletter, and I try to basically on the first or second of each month when videos are posted, I'll let people know so that they don't have to wait for the YouTube notification. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if any of those appeal to you, join me on those, and I'll post a link here. Otherwise, I wish you the happiest, safest, and most prosperous holiday and New Year, And I just want to say thank you. You guys have been fantastic over the past couple of years in supporting me, liking, subscribing the videos, and really reaching out and saying thank you. So I'd like to return that favor and just say thank you very much as well for making this channel what it is. Wish you all the best. Have a great new year, and we'll see each other in January. Bye-bye.